Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. In this week's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to enable a different editor per post type. So you can either enable the classic WordPress editor or the Gutenberg block editor. So I'm going to show you why you might want to do that, and then some reasons you might want to do it per post type, and then of course give you some code and another solution on how to do this. So let's get into it. You can always follow along on the written post. I'll have that link in the description. So by default in Divi, you have an option that does enable the classic editor. So this is going to be off by default, but it is there. When Gutenberg first released, when the block editor released, there was also a plugin called Classic Editor, and I don't know if that's still around or not, but you don't need it whenever you have Divi because they actually build it right into it. I have it in the screenshot here. Let me show you. Just go to Divi theme options, builder, and then click on advanced, and it's right there. So enable classic editor. This is actually just built right into the Divi theme, and it's kind of the same thing as installing that classic editor plugin, but you don't need it. So let's just go to a page with this off. All right, so I'm going to go to a page. In fact, I'm going to just create a new page in a new tab just to show you here. So here's a new page, new page, whatever. I could use the Divi Builder. If I click on that, it's going to just get everything started with Divi, and then it's actually going to go to the front end. It's going to want me to build there, but I don't want that right now. What I could do is say use default editor, and by default it's saying like the default WordPress editor, this gray button. So I click that. I can add my title, but right here I can actually add like blocks, in Gutenberg, the block editor. Okay. Now, if you want to do that, you can actually do that for your blog posts if you want to. You wouldn't do that for pages because you would be using the Divi Builder, right? It wouldn't make sense because you're using Divi, right? So let me just show you the difference if I enable this, right? Enable Classic Editor. In fact, let me just refresh this page right here. I mean, it's completely different, right? So you put your title in, and then you have this big editor area, and you might like this. Like if you're used to like a Word editor, a Google Doc or whatever, you're just used to like a big area, and I actually kind of like it too, but it is, going to become the old way, and it'll probably be removed eventually. I don't know. So it's just one of those things, but there are some use cases for this. So if you were just using, there's a couple. If you were using the events calendar, you would want to have this editor. I know that because I have our Divi Events Calendar plugin, and you just want to be using the Classic Editor to build your event description. Okay, everything else is dynamic. The other use case, maybe you have like a ton of custom fields and you're not really using the editor, right? So if you have a theme builder template here, and all you really want is for like this title to exist and like a few basic attributes, and maybe you do have a description here, and an excerpt here, right? But like otherwise, maybe you have a bunch of custom fields and that's all you do. Well, then you might as well not confuse someone by having the block editor there, because it will confuse someone. It really will. This will just keep it a lot simpler. Another use case is when I have this classic editor enabled, like here, for example. Watch what happens when I click on use the Divi Builder. It literally loads the builder in the back end. So I can literally build here, right? You can't do that. I can't build here if I have the normal editor, okay? So I'll just refresh again. I can't do it. If I click on this, it will go to the front end. That's the only option. So you may be wondering, what's this tutorial about? Well, this tutorial is saying you can enable it per post type. For example, I mentioned a blog. More than likely, if you're using Divi, you want to use the front end builder to create your page layouts. But if you're writing blog posts, you would have a theme builder template, and you may not need the Divi Builder like that, okay? You may want to use the block builder, or you may want to use the classic builder. And so right away, you can see with just that simple example, the two post types need to be different, but there's no setting for it, right? I hope that makes sense. It's like really clear to me, and I'm not sure if I'm communicating it well. You may want, okay, just to simplify, you may want your pages to be using, we'll say, the block editor, the default editor, and you may want your post to be using the classic editor, or the other way around. You can't do that by default. This setting is either on or off. You know what I mean? It's either going to be the editors for post pages, projects, anything, or it's going to be the other one for each of those. Now, this tutorial, I have code here, right here, this PHP code, and this code will enable it, and you can select which ones you want to enable it. Now, by default, you can look in the code here, post, see that? Page, project. Those are like the slug of each of the post types. And these post types are in Divi. So you have posts, pages, and then you have projects, which I may have renamed or removed. That comes in Divi, you know what I mean. Now, if you have another custom post type, you could add it right here. And that's literally what you should do here. By default, I just put them all in here, the default ones. But here's the thing. If you want to enable the classic editor for only pages, well then when you copy this code, you copy this whole snippet, and I have instructions where to put it, okay? You can put it in Divi Assistant, you can put it in a child theme, or in a code snippet plugin, okay? When you copy the snippet, you would want to remove the other items, remove post, remove project, and only have page here. Because now posts and projects will be using the block editor because you haven't modified them. So you would want to keep this off, right? You don't want to use this. And so now pages will use the classic, and posts and projects will use the block. And you can go ahead and do that. Now, be careful when you're editing PHP here. You could crash your site. I mean, that's just the nature of PHP. It really could. So just be careful. I have instructions here. I have it spelled out. I have a warning here. If you want to do this literally with a setting, like just be sure to check out our Divi Assistant plugin. It's literally this easy. Watch. So instead of dealing with code and PHP and messing it up, watch what happens. I'll go in here to Divi Assistant, go to Utility Helper, click on Editor. Look at that. So the plugin automatically finds every post type on your site. And look, post, so it's enabling the classic editor, okay? So I could say, I want this just for post. Save, done. I'm done. You're literally done. You did it. Oh, I want it for, instead I want it for pages and venues. Save. Done. The ones that are disabled, right, will use the block editor. The ones that are enabled will use the classic editor. It's that simple. So with Divi Assistant, you know, we have all these features. Yeah, I won't get too distracted here, but we have other features like enabling a builder by default and hiding all those other things that you don't want people to see. Anyway, it's that simple. You can add the code and edit this line and you know, choose which post type you want. Or you can, if you have Divi Assistant, you know, if you're a member of the Divi Adventure Club, or if you have Divi Assistant, then it makes sense to kind of just enable a setting, right? It's using the same code. All right, thanks for putting up with my voice. I have a little, whatever, like I heard someone say, I have a pony in my throat, and then you're supposed to say, what, a pony? And you say, yeah, a little horse. Anyway, so I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. And if you did, give me a comment. I know this is kind of unique, and yet it's something that like it's so useful and so needed. It's just like a weird thing. It's probably not something you woke up and were like, I need to find a solution for that, but maybe so. And if so, I'd love to hear about it. So let me know, and you can always let me know what other content you want to see as well. All right, we'll see you in our next video.